Okay, so now we were discussing two use cases, right? One use case are where the consumer is actually subscribing to that particular notification, and there is another use case where the publisher is pushing the notification to you, right? So can you give me the example of the subscription base and the one of the push based notification? Simple one. Subscription base we said like the school notice board, maybe probably any of the announcement, maybe. So these all are example of the subscription based. And what is push notification?
Directly sport teacher.
You get some email, you get push notification to your mobile and those kind of notification, right? These can be the push notification. SMS is also one kind of a push notification, right? Now let's see one by one on these two use cases. One is the subscription rate and one is the push based mechanism. Okay, I'll just erase this everything. Okay, now let's suppose you have something like a central place, right? Just like the notice board, okay, where there are multiple publishers, okay, publishers, which is sending the messages, right? And there are the consumer groups, okay. Now we are thinking about a service which will take messages from multiple publishers, okay, and it will allow anyone to subscribe to these notifications, right? Probably the same example, this is a sports section, okay. So student 1, 2 and 3, probably 1 and 2 are interested in sports, so he will subscribe to sports. 2 and 3 are maybe interested in academic, so 2 and 3 will be subscribing to this academic notification. And probably you can see 2 is common to both, right? So here 2 is getting notification of both sports and academic. Now for serving this particular use case, there is a AWS service called SNS, okay. Name is simple notification service, okay, service. So what all things are required in this SNS? A place where the publisher will be sending the message, right? Agar ek service hai, in that particular case, you need to give some kind of a way where the publishers will be publishing that message, right? So SNS has provided and said this is called topic. Okay? So you will create any of the SNS topic, okay? And now, so topic is not a SNS concept. Topic is a global concept, okay? And it is used by all notification based mechanisms, okay? So the publisher will publish the message to the topic, and you as a subscriber, okay, can subscribe to receive the notification, okay? Now SNS is a managed service, right? Because SNS is managed by AWS, okay? Now we talked about two of the use cases. One was the probably publish and subscribe, right? PubSub model, where publisher were publishing and the consumer were subscribing, right? And there were the other kind of mechanism we talked about, push notification, right? So this is which kind of a model, PubSub or push based notification, where publisher is publishing and as the consumer you are going to subscribe to that particular topic and getting the message. This is a PubSub notification out of that two, subscription based, that is PubSub model, and the second one is push notification. Which kind of mechanism? Rahul said PubSub. Okay, any other? PubSub, yeah. So this is a PubSub model, that is called publisher and subscription model. Publisher is publishing and you as the consumer is subscribing to those notifications. Now SNS as the service said, okay, I'll go one step further, okay, and we'll try to implement the second kind of mechanism as well, that is push notification, okay. So against each of the topics, okay, you can configure the push based delivery as well, like the SMS delivery, email delivery, okay. So you can configure SMS delivery, email delivery, okay. Even इसके और HTTP या HTTPS endpoint of yours, ठीक है. As soon as it receives any of the message on that particular topic, you are allowed to configure a push based notification system as well, where it will send a message, email, or it will call one of your endpoint. Or if you want that publisher subscriber model, probably you can attach a queue here. ठीक है. You can attach SQS queue which will listen to this particular topic, and as soon as the message arrive on this topic, the SQS will receive that particular message, and there can be other consumer who will consume from these SQS, right? Any doubt till here? Any questions till here? Okay, ठीक है. So we saw कि SNS, हाँ, go ahead. Anyone has question? ठीक है. So SNS as the service, ठीक है, provide both kind of mechanism, that is the publisher subscriber, ठीक है, and the second one is push notification based, ठीक है. I'll delete this everything, ठीक है. Anyone has doubt regarding in which case we are going to use SNS and in which case we are going to use SQS, ठीक है, or any doubt regarding both are doing the same job? I am not able to differentiate between the use cases. Anyone has doubt on that particular front? Probably no, ठीक है. So we'll write it down here. SNS, ठीक है.
Ravi, sorry for interrupting. Can you just means clear the use cases of SNS and SQS? I dropped in between, sorry.
ठीक है. So देखो, SQS is used for the model where you have the consumer base, like you are consuming some kind of messages and you are the only sole owner of that particular message. Message is not going to be distributed for the multiple service, ठीक है. So you as the consumer just getting that message, and after processing you are deleting that message from the queue. So that is the use case of a queue based model, that is SQS, ठीक है. Now when you need to fan out your message, ठीक है, fan out means you are need to distribute the message to the multiple groups, then you use some kind of a notification based mechanism where the publisher will send the notification and the consumers will subscribe to that notification. Two, if I just want to draw the probably the flow chart, ठीक है, the first step you need to do, this is a fan out or not. So whenever this is a fan out, you need to consider probably the SNS way, ठीक है, and if this is not a fan out, you will consider the SQS, ठीक है. And in SQS, if you need to guarantee guaranteed on exactly once delivery, ठीक है, then you will use FIFO, ठीक है. If no guarantee, ठीक है, you will use normal SQS, ठीक है. Agreed. And in SNS, if you need the probably subscribe, that is a PubSub, ठीक है, you can attach a SQS or any of the listeners, ठीक है. And if you want push base, ठीक है, you can configure probably calling to the HTTPS endpoint or SMS or email, ठीक है, those things, ठीक है. For FIFO, what Amazon service to use? See, Amazon has a service called SQS, and in SQS there is a probably two options. One is to configure the FIFO SQS, and another one is normal SQS. So FIFO is don't get confused with the FIFO concept of queue, that is first in first out. FIFO SQS is a separate name for AWS managed SQS service only, ठीक है. Okay, and probably anyone have the question on the retry mechanism, or what will if my this HTTP or HTTPS service is down while delivering the message, ठीक है. So SNS as the managed service, ठीक है, needs has the capability of retrying all those failed messages. So you can imagine SNS has multiple inbuilt queue internal to it. So probably you can imagine SNS something like this, and you have multiple consumers group, right? So for each consumer group, probably it can configure. For the imagination purpose, I'm saying probably as part of SNS, you can imagine as multiple queues. So no matter how many consumers are there, for this is for the consumer group 1, 2, and 3, right? You have one of the internal queue, and this particular queue can store the messages if that is not delivered, probably for the retry purpose and all, ठीक है. Clear till here? ठीक है. Now we'll move to the other AWS services. ठीक है. That is a Kinesis service. ठीक है. So before jumping to Kinesis, let's just take the overview of what is Apache Kafka, and then we'll jump to the Kinesis service. ठीक है. So till now we have seen a use case where either the message was directly consumed by the consumer and deleted, ठीक है, or the messages need to be fanned out to the multiple consumer at once. ठीक है. Now there are use cases, ठीक है, where you need to retain that data. ठीक है. And retaining the data is probably in queue-based model. ठीक है. Each message was independent, right? This is M1, this is M2. So let's suppose this M1 is for, let's suppose, user ID 101, okay? And this M2 is, let's suppose, for the user ID, let's suppose 2022, something like that, right? So each message can be independently processed, right? Now imagine some kind of a stream of data which is continuously flowing into the system, and you need to do some kind of a processing on top of that. You need a highly distributed system that can manage such a volume, right? Probably imagine a use case like you are running Uber. Okay? So Uber need to send the GPS coordinate of each and every vehicle. Okay? Let's suppose in 10 seconds or 20 seconds, GPS of each vehicle. Agreed? Okay? So these all data need to be flowed into a system. Okay? And that data need to serve many of the use cases like ride availability. Okay? The other use case can be surge pricing. Okay? The third use case can be some kind of analytics that need to run on a real time, right? Now I'll ask you a real world example. You guys must have observed this. While watching the YouTube Shorts, there is a new feature called YouTube Shorts, like just like the TikTok, right? So whenever you will watch videos of a particular creator, after 3 or 4 videos, you will realize that most of the messages or most of the videos there are coming from the same creator, right? Have anyone noticed this? Even if you are not subscribed to that particular creator, but often you will receive the message from that particular creator only. This is because of, as on the real time, whatever operations that you are doing, there is some kind of processing that is going on a real time basis. Okay? And based upon that processing, your probably next feed is prepared. Okay? What all videos to show. Okay? So this is one of the application like stream processing. Okay? In a real time. Okay? Now to cater these all use cases, okay, we'll see the example. So Apache Kafka was introduced for the same purpose. Okay? Now the concept is similar. Okay? You have multiple producer. Okay? Producer can be, let's suppose, vehicle 1, okay, vehicle 1, and let's suppose vehicle 2, okay, and so on. Okay? And you have some kind of a, and where it needs to publish the data, okay, some kind of place where it needs to publish the data. So in Kafka world, it is known as same topics. Okay? Now this particular vehicle, all these vehicles are sending the data to topics. Okay? Now Kafka as a service, okay, need to manage all this data of the topics, and there will be subscriber, okay, which needs to consume this data, right? Now in this particular service, I'm directly jumped to naming that particular term as Kafka because it is one of the most famous, and mostly we have seen the use case of queue as well as the topic. So that's why I'm just naming this service directly and just explaining the use case. We'll just go in basics of Kafka, will not go in depth, okay? And that is what required from understanding perspective. Probably after finishing the system design, if anyone has doubt, probably we can take separate lectures on details of Apache Kafka and Zookeeper. Okay? Now, these all publisher need to send data to why we can't use any other queue. Okay? We definitely can use queues. Okay? But understand, whenever you have the stream of data that is continuously flowing into the system, you need a highly distributed service that can cater to that particular load. Okay? And Apache Kafka is one of the battle tested tool that is used for this particular purpose only. Okay? Probably similar things you can achieve with the queues as well. Okay? But queue will have only one of the consumers, like queue behavior is like this. where you can have a particular consumer processing and then deleting that particular request. But let's suppose you have multiple consumer groups who needs to be aware about that thing. So you can say probably you can use SNS, right? Notification based system. But when you know, can a producer produce to multiple topics? Definitely. Okay. I as the producer, ठीक है, producer को ऐसे imagine को producer can send any of the information to anything, ठीक है. Now, and there can be multiple consumers to a topic as well, ठीक है. And what multiple consumers, ठीक है, because this is, let's suppose these all consumer belonging to consumer group, let's suppose C1, and this is for the, let's suppose, ride availability service, ठीक है. The other consumer group is where you have multiple consumers. This is for the surge pricing based model, ठीक है, ठीक है. And now if you imagine, if we directly keep the topics, probably this is not a scalable solution, right? Because these all data are coming into the system, ठीक है. And if we'll keep the topics here, ठीक है, probably it won't be able to take the load of multiple because the inflow of the data will be too high, right? So for that particular purpose, we need to partition that data, right? We need to partition that topic. So in Kafka world, whenever we partition that, we call it partitions. Okay. So single topic, okay, is P1, P2, and P3. Okay. A single topic is partitioned into multiple partitions, right? So relation between a topic and a partition is one to many. Okay. Now each of the partition, okay, need to be replicated. Achha, what will happen? Let's suppose if we keep, let's suppose there are multiple Kafka. These all are called brokers. Okay. I'm just explaining the terminology in basic. Okay. I'm not going into in depth of how the broker works, how the leader election will work, and all those things. Just to get the familiarity and just get a brief idea, I'm explaining what all things are there in this Kafka ecosystem. Okay. So this entire thing will be known as Kafka cluster. Okay. These all things will be known as Kafka cluster, and there will be multiple brokers, okay, which will be holding the partition of that topic. Okay. So this is a single broker which will have, let's suppose, partition of a topic. Okay. So can a particular Kafka broker have partition from different topics? Yes or no? What do you think? Can a Kafka broker have multiple partitions from different topics? Yes. So it can have, let's suppose the other partition is, let's suppose H1. Okay. So this is partition of some other service. Okay. Some other topic. Sorry. Okay. Now we in a system design intro session, we saw that reliability is one of the prime aspect of a system design, right? So when Kafka is a battle tested tool, definitely it needs to have the reliable thing, right? When one of this broker can go down anytime, right? And if the broker goes down, this partition will go down. Okay? This data will go down. So if this data will go down, how the consumers will receive that data, and how that particular system will be reliable when there is a chances of data loss, right? So what we'll do for that particular case, what we generally do to increase the reliability or reduce or minimize the data loss? We replicate the data to multiple servers. Okay? So we will replicate, okay, this particular partition P1, let's suppose to this one. Okay? We'll replicate to, let's suppose, P1 here as well. Okay? So one particular partition will be replicated to multiple Kafka brokers. Okay? In this way, we'll achieve reliability, right? Reliability or availability. Okay? And this is a highly distributed system, right? Each of the broker is having the partitions, okay, from multiple topics, and each of the topics is distributed across multiple partitions, right? So is this system a very distributed system? So can we say Kafka is highly distributed, okay, highly available, okay, highly available? Can we say these two properties to Kafka, distributed and highly available? Because it is distributing the partition, topic partition to multiple brokers, and each of the partition has multiple replication. ठीक है, we can control the replication factor. We can keep it as 3, 2, whatever number you think. So probably 3 is a good number to have. ठीक है, so Kafka is highly distributed, highly available. So these two words we can assign to Kafka, right? Highly distributed and highly available. Now there is one more interesting thing of Kafka, ठीक है, that we'll see now. ठीक है, now so let's suppose this is a P1. ठीक है, let's suppose this is broker 1. ठीक है, broker 1 and this is broker 2. ठीक है, these are all the producer. So we have the partition 1, partition 2. I'm not talking about the replication. ठीक है, it will be replicated. I'm just for example taking partition 1 and partition 2 of the same topic. Now in the previous examples also we saw, right, message ordering were sometimes important and in some cases message ordering were not important, right? So what do you think will be the use case here? ठीक है, the messages will be ordered or not? Because the message need to go to this partition, message need to go to this partition as well, because one of the topic is replicated to multiple partition. So what do you think, ordering will be guaranteed or not? Someone is saying yes, someone saying no. Can anyone try why yes or why no?
Hi Ravi.
Yeah.
I think one of the partition might be slow or handling a request, and by that time 2 or more transactions or 2 or more requests might be
Correct.
processed by the other
Exactly.
partition.
The similar use case we saw in the previous use cases, like in the FIFO also, FIFO SQS queue, where the ordering were important. How we were handling that? We were handling that by the use of message group, and the message group now you can imagine to be a similar, something similar architecture, right? Message group were similar to these partitions. On a rough level, we can say message group were similar to this partition, and the ordering were guaranteed in a message group or this entire queue. Earlier in the FIFO SQS, how the ordering were guaranteed? Ordering were guaranteed in the message group. Exactly, Rahul. Okay. So in Kafka as well, ordering will be guaranteed in partition. Okay. Ordering guaranteed in partition. Okay. Not among topics. Okay. So, but let's suppose you want to, for some kind of data, you want the ordering, and in some cases you are not probably so curious about the ordering, so you can keep it as it is. But in the cases where you are want the ordering to happen, what you need to do, you need to send the data to a similar partition, right? Every time, whenever that particular data comes, you need to send to similar data, a similar partition. And how we can achieve that? Probably using one of the, let's suppose, partition key, and based upon that hash of this partition key, we can assign the where the message will go in this partition. Which partition it will choose. So whenever the partition key will be same, it will be assigned to a similar, it will get similar hash and it will be assigned to same partition every time, right? So from there we can guarantee the ordering of the message, right? Clear till here? Any doubt in this? Okay. So in that particular way, we can, or if you are not exactly concerned about the ordering, you can distribute the messages in a round robin fashion. And every particular, let's suppose, and there is a consumer group 1, where there are multiple consumers, and there is a consumer group 2, where there is a multiple consumers. Now, if two consumer groups, two consumer from a same consumer group start reading from same partition, what will happen? It can go out of order, right? Probably same problem that we have saw in SQS, right? If two consumers from the same consumer group start reading from Kafka, same partition, it will go out of order. Same problem like what we saw in the SQS. Yes or no? That's why in Kafka, no two consumers from the same consumer group are allowed to read from the same partition. That means single consumer in a consumer group will take the ownership of one of the partitions. Only one of the at max one of the partitions. Now, and probably in each of the partition, a offset is kept. against each of the consumer group, okay, against each of the consumer group to realize till what messages are processed and what messages need to be sent next for processing. Okay. In this way, we can say Kafka is a highly available, okay, highly available system, highly distributed, okay, and the messages are not deleted from the Kafka partitions, even if the consumer has read that message, okay, unless like SQS where the messages were deleted. So it is kind of a log based kind of a thing where the messages are kept. By default it is 7 days, but you can configure it as per your need, okay, and in the SQS and all, you were deleting that message from the queue as soon as you have processed this message. So let's suppose a new consumer groups comes into picture, okay, and wants to get the data. So probably he will have the facility of replaying that data, matlab getting the data from the start, because the offset will start from that consumer group C2 from a start, and it can read the message from the start. So the message is persisted in in partitions. So Kafka is kind of a log-based system where you are storing that particular message even when one of the consumers had read that particular information. Okay. So highly available, highly distributed, message is persisted whatever duration you want till you have the storage. Okay. And probably the fast processing enabled. Okay. Let's quickly take we have 1 minute. I'll just take 1 more minute, okay, on Kinesis, okay. Kinesis is nothing but a managed Kafka service, okay. So this Kafka was an open source tool, right? Kafka was an open source tool. Now AWS provides the managed infrastructure, right? So Kinesis came into picture, which is nothing but a stream-based processing application, okay. So this is also named as Kinesis stream. Okay. Name is KDS, Kinesis Data Stream. Okay. So this is a stream-based processing platform built over Apache Kafka only. Okay. Which is used for the similar use cases. The use cases like you have the traffic data, the GPS data coming in, and you need to support that. Probably you need to do some kind of a real-time analysis of stock prices and on those fronts, right? For those cases, we have the stream-based application, and this is known as Kinesis. AWS has some other things as well, which is managed Kafka service, okay, which is a different from Kinesis, but Kinesis is also roughly built on top of Kafka because it's open source and it has all the provisions. So there the data is stored in a partitions, right? Partitions. Here the data is stored named as shards, okay, and you need to pre-specify the number of shards that you want, okay. So shard can data be distributed into partitions. If we can, how we can maintain order? Yes, the data can be maintained into. Can you explain shard? Okay. Can data be distributed into partitions? Data we're distributing in the partitions, right, Abhirav? We saw that use case, right? And the ordering is maintained only in the partitions, not in for the entire data. And how to achieve the ordering? We say, right, using the partition key, we'll send all the data to a same partition only. Can you explain shard? So whatever the concept of partition were there, okay, similar concept of partition is in Kinesis known as shard. Okay. So if you got the concept of partition, it is similar to shard is similar to partition. You need to provision it upfront. Okay. And if you have increasing requirement, you can reshard one of the shard. Okay. And shard gives you some limitation. That's why you need to pre-configure the number of shard. So probably shard have the, I guess, the data limit of 5 API call per second or 2 Mbps of data per shard. Okay. So that's why you need to configure multiple shard. And as it is a managed service by AWS, so you don't need to take care of the replication and all. Okay. So we have covered SNS, which is a topic-based model, okay, which has both PubSub and push notification. We saw Kafka overview, what kind of use cases Kafka support, and we saw use of Kinesis, that is just a managed service of the Kafka. Okay. And the use cases should be pretty clear. Okay. We have not covered the details of the Kafka. Probably the Kafka will take one different session to cover. If you want to know Kafka and how leader election and everything works, how the Zookeeper helps in that, it will take more than 30 minutes to explain just Kafka. Okay. Just I wanted to explain the use cases. For which kind of use cases you will use Kafka for which you will use SQS, for which you will use SNS. ठीक है? I'm done from the session. ठीक है? I'll open the board for the questions. ठीक है? If you guys any question, you can ask. ठीक है? As the session is finished for now. ठीक है?
Yeah, hi Ravi, Abhiram here.
Yeah, hi everyone.
So my question is like, if we
Abhiram.
have a
So,
stream of
just 1 second, everyone. ठीक है? So this particular session was on weekday. ठीक है? So all the weekday session will be for half an hour. ठीक है? And we'll wind up in half an hour. ठीक है? And after that we'll have 10-minute question and round. ठीक है? Whoever has questions can stay back and ask question, and whoever is not interested in question can drop out. ठीक है? Thanks, Abhiram. Continue with the question.
yeah, my question is like, if we have a stream of data
Mhm.
and if we distribute the stream of data into two partitions, different partitions, it's not replicating, we are distributing the stream into two partitions.
ठीक है?
So, and if there is any consumer who is consuming from both the partitions,
हाँ. Okay.
like how the data order is maintained.
Correct. The same thing. देखो, the what I said. ठीक है? I explained this.
So we know that like data order is maintained in the partitions,
Yes. See.
but we are producing into different partitions.
Let's suppose you have the data coming from this producer, right? Now this data is going into multiple partitions. So when I said partition is guaranteed only, ordering is guaranteed only in the partitions, right? And why the ordering can be guaranteed in the partitions? Why? Because a single consumer can have read from a single partition. No two consumers are allowed to be read from same partition, right? In this way, you will achieve the ordering in the partition, right? And that's why it is not allowed to have multiple consumers reading from same partition. Now, when you need to achieve the data, okay, ordering for a publisher, right? Let's suppose this is a publisher 1, okay, and this is publisher 2. Imagine this is entire different group, okay? Probably this is a truck GPS system, okay? Whatever trucks you have, the GPS system of that, and you have, let's suppose, the vehicle GPS system. I'm just taking random example, okay? Now, you want all the data from this truck GPS system to be sorted, but probably vehicle GPS system can be, you are fine that if it is not sorted, right? So probably using the partition key, okay, you will assign same partition key, okay, and based upon that hash of that, partitions are chosen over, okay. So whenever you will assign the same partition key to every messages from this truck GPS, all the messages will go in a single partition. Agreed?
Yes. I mean, I get this point. My question is like, if we want to strictly maintain the order, like, then we should be sticking to only one partition, right?
If you want to achieve the ordering of all the messages, okay, you need to probably stick to a single partition, because the message can't be guaranteed to be in order for different partition, but it will give a lot of different problem, because a single partition is not scalable, okay. Probably in that particular thing, you need to distribute the data to multiple topics altogether, okay, and there you can have the multiple partitions, because this won't scale much, right? If you need to store in the order of all the data, single partition might not help. Even if you'll replicate to further things, probably you won't be scale it, you can't scale it indefinitely, right? So that's what the problem is. I hope that answers the question.
But the thing is, like, if we use the multiple partitions and multiple topics, then for scalability, then we might have to compromise on the order, right?
Correct. But in most of the cases, see, this particular data is from coming from different sources. Okay, this is not coming from single source. To a single topic, data can come from multiple producers. Okay, and what generally is the use case? You are interested in the ordering of the data from, let's suppose, one of the producers. In some, let's suppose there is one of the use case where this was used for the, let's suppose, customer record, right? So probably you want that ordering for each of the customers. So let's suppose customer did 10 transactions or 10 of the things, like he has updated the profile, he has updated his dashboard or whatever. Okay, so that 10 things should be in sync, and probably for the other customer it can be out of sync. So you need to think about use case, whether on what guarantees your use case want to provide. ठीक है, and based upon that you need to decide how you want to distribute the data to the partition.
Yeah, okay.
ठीक है, let's suppose मतलब one of the use case I told, like the stock prices one, probably you want all the let's suppose you have 10 stocks, right? So you want the ticks value or the per second price of that stock to be in order. So you can distribute these 10 stock prices to 10 different partitions, or you can distribute 5 stock prices to one of the partition and 5 to different. That way you can do.
Hi Ravi. Yeah, I'm interrupting because I have a follow-up question to this.
Yeah.
So, why are you assigning separate partitions for truck and vehicle and not separate topics for them?
Yeah, you can. Definitely you can. See, this is just to give an example, and definitely what I said, if you want to achieve that kind of a behavior, probably you can distribute the data to multiple topics. Why I took the example of truck GPS and the vehicle GPS, because in a real world topics receive the data from multiple providers. Okay? That's why, just to give the example, I have taken the data in a single partition. You can keep it to be a separate topics altogether. Okay? Many a times I'll tell you, this was one of the application for, I guess, one of the banks. They have distributed the similar kind of data to multiple topics altogether. I was reading one of the use case, probably they were distributing, doing one level of hash computation, and based upon that, they are assigning to different topics altogether, and then to partitions. So probably whatever the use case and how the access pattern is, you can decide what to use. Okay? So that was about ki, you have available everything, right? SQS hai, SNS hai, Kafka hai, streams hai. Probably the Kinesis stream and Kafka is a similar kind of nature. Okay? But whatever you want, you can achieve.
So, 1 second. So, for a given topic, if I want to maintain like absolute order, I'll have to use a single partition.
Correct.
Okay.
And even if there will be ways, okay, देखो, yesterday I talked about this at least one guarantee and exactly one's guarantee, right? So what do you think will be the behavior of Kafka? By default, it is
By default, at least once.
at least one, but you can achieve the exactly once as well, right? But whether you require to invest on that exactly once or not, that is a question here, right? So based upon the use case, you can take that decision. Probably there can be some of, because this is an open source software, right? Confluent is currently managing this Kafka, but it is open source. So based upon the requirement, the changes can be made. Okay? But on the high level terms, probably whenever you want, the ordering is generally maintained in the topics. Okay? So for what kind of information you want the ordering to be, send that to a single partition.
Okay, got it.
Any other question?
Ravi,